8 members of an organised crime gang involved in the supplying of a ton of cocaine and laundering £24 million were jailed for a total of 110 years. The gang members were jailed following an extensive investigation by the South East Regional Organised Crime Unit. The judge, Francis Sheridan, sentenced them at Aylesbury Crown Court in Buckinghamshire. The court heard that the group used the encrypted communications platform to supply 1,000 kilos of cocaine, 50 kilos of heroin, and launder £24 million of criminal proceedings between January and September 2020. Specialist officers from the Special Regional Organised Crime Unit began investigating in April 2020 after the encrypted EncroChat platform was taken down as part of a huge international law enforcement operation. Data from the network, which was used by criminals worldwide to candidly discuss the illegal exploits, revealed the sheer scale of the group's criminality. The network, which was headed up by Sandeep Rao, ran their criminal operation from an apartment in High Wycombe. The premises, identified by police as the safe house, was used to store multi-kilo quantities of cocaine, as well as to process and stockpile millions of pounds of criminal proceedings. Judge Sheridan heard that Rao worked directly with a supplier in Dubai, ordering cocaine on a weekly basis and arranging the onward supply throughout the UK via an extensive network of customers. Spokesperson stated Shahzad Hussain was the right-hand man of Rao. He controlled the safe house and operated high-end money counting machines in order to process the vast amounts of money being generated by the group's extensive drug supply. He oversaw a network of couriers who were dispatched on a daily basis, delivering huge quantities of cocaine and collecting vast sums of money. Hussain was also the head of the group's heroin distribution. Edwin Kapoor operated as a deputy for Rao and Hussain and was involved in the supply of cocaine and heroin and assisted with the organisation, deployment and payments of couriers. Hardev Thind was a trusted courier of the group, responsible for conveying cocaine, heroin, MDMA and criminal money on a regular basis. He was also identified as being responsible for buying the money counting equipment. Azher Hussain was a courier, counter and caretaker of the cash and occupied a significant role within the safe house. He was found to have laundered no less than £1 million of proceeds from the supply of Class A drugs. Raj Seechurn was another courier responsible for the transportation and wholesale quantities of drugs and cash to and from other associated organised criminals. He was arrested on the 14th of May 2020 and he was found to be in possession of 7 kilos of cocaine, which he had attempted to conceal within his vehicle. Iain Harper purchased kilo quantities of cocaine from the criminal networks and arranged for their onwards distribution within Essex. Harper was found to have purchased at least 18 kilos from Rao's network. There was Angela Harvey. She was the cash courier, conveying large sums of money between her home addresses of the organised criminal network and the safe house. She was found to have laundered £200,000 of the proceeds from the supply of Class A drugs. Sandeep Rao, 47, was sentenced to 24 years and 2 months imprisonment and was given a serious crime prevention order. He admitted conspiracy to supply Class A drug, cocaine and conspiracy to possess criminal property at a previous court hearing. Shahzad Hussain, 50, was sentenced to 23 years and 7 months after he was given a similar order, and he admitted conspiracy to supplying Class A drugs, cocaine, conspiracy to supply heroin and conspiracy to possessing criminal property. Edwin Kapoor, 48, was jailed for 18 years and 11 months, while Hardev Thind was jailed for 14 years and 2 months. Raj Seechurn, 41, was sentenced to 7 years and 6 months imprisonment to run consecutively to the 6 years and 6 months in prison already imposed as part of the investigation. He admitted conspiracy to supplying Class A drugs. Azher Hussain, 53, was sentenced to 4 years and 1 month. Iain Harper, 33, was sentenced to 15 years and 9 months imprisonment. He admitted conspiracy to supplying a Class A drug, cocaine, conspiracy to supply MDMA and conspiracy to possess criminal property. Angela Harvey, she was sentenced to 18 months imprisonment, suspended for 2 years, along with 120 hours community service, and was given a 15-month driving disqualification. These sentences follow that of Vishal Madlani, who was jailed for 5 years and 3 months back in October this year for his role within the criminal conspiracy. The investigating officer, Detective Constable Dale Lester, said The organised crime group operates at the highest level, with members involved in the supply of vast quantities of Class A drugs across the United Kingdom. While many members of the group use encrypted devices to arrange their criminal exploits, believing they would not be detected, their plans to profit from others' misery was halted by police. The impact of their crimes filters through communities up and down the country, and we know the devastating impact and widespread harm of drug use and addiction can have on people. Put simply, the actions of those who supply drugs destroy many lives. So guys, this is a new story coming in. 8 men who helped supply a ton of cocaine and laundered £24 million have been jailed. Let me know what you guys think with regards to this. It's your boy GC. Keep it locked, keep it real.